Oh, yes.
Yes! Go Queen! Y'all,
Oh,
I bow to Darth Arlena and her intro abilities, y'all. Whoo! Hell yeah! That gets me fired up every time. Every time. So y'all, she did that. That is a thing. That I think it was Troy said that intro is a thing. It is a
yeah,
thing.
it is.
It is
I hope
so
y'all
a
like
thing.
it. I hope y'all like it.
Yes, Queen, says Keith. Castle says that intro was something else. Y'all, I am dead. Let me find it. Here we go. Troy says this opening is a thing. Hell yeah. Y'all activated. Arwena powers are activated tonight. Welcome.
Yes.
Who to the very, very first stream of Arwena Activated. Y'all, this idea came during Arwena Palooza 2022 when I went to her house and we were just kind of talking. We were just kind of, and I said, you know what we ought to do? She's like, what? I said, you know, we ought to just, I mean, we have brains, we have opinions. We ought to just have a show where it's just us, kind of, chew with the fat, shoot the shit, whatever. And, it could be social events, pop culture event, whatever, current events, and she's like, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And I'm like, yeah, we got our own opinions. I mean, Arwena Activated. And we looked at each other and we went, oh my God, Arwena Activated. Yes, this is a thing, y'all.
It is.
And here we are.
And then I think wasn't it Chris Persia that started the whole by your powers combined?
Yes. Yes.
So y'all know I had to put the Wonder Twins in there.
Absolutely. Oh God. So before we get into it, we're gonna say hey to the chat tonight because y'all, we got some stuff to talk about. We'll explain what we're doing and all that, but let's just say hey to everyone. Oh, hang on. Okay, I had to mute myself because I was getting too loud. All right, we've got
and it's different because
I know. It's still gonna be, hey, it is what it is, right? We've got Daryl the Derelict, how
hey,
to do
Daryl.
Buckaroos, and of course Chris Purse is second. Yeah, Daryl beat you
Hey,
too.
Chris.
Leah Rose, happy
Uh,
Leah, we love you. You're welcome
We
here
love you, Leia.
anytime. And of course, we have Arlena's Jester of Sin,
Hey, baby.
who says, "Hey, y'all," and he also says, "Hope everyone is doing well tonight." Well, we do too. Jester is newly modded, so he has now the power.
Has the power.
And Southern Viking, hail Southern Viking!
Hey, Southern Viking.
How you?
How are you
Valhalla,
doing
Ragnarok's
over
just up
yonder?
over yonder. And we've got the Dork Knight. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Dork Knight.
Good to see you. Scrolly. Ah, yes. And Zachariah. With the
Hey,
powers
Zachariah.
combined, you are Arwena. And we've got Guard Bros Field Desk. Amazing how anti-woman the Wokies are. Yeah, we're going to get into some of that.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Keith! Oh my God, y'all! Keith, movie geek, Keith!
Hey, Keith.
Hey, it's good to see you. I miss y'all. I really do. And Troy Pacelli, who said the
Hey,
opening is a thing. Yes, it is. And Castle Corn Pop in the house.
Hey, Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Popcorn.
We've got W. Daisy Girl Williams. Hello there. Good
Hello.
to see you tonight. And we got Six. Hey, Six, throwing out
Hey,
the
Six.
heart. And I think the lovely Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Sherry. How are you? And Christian Delhomme. Comment ça va? Bonjour,
Hey,
Arwyn.
Christian.
Bonjour, Christian. Good to see you. And Claude Sailing. Hi, all.
Hey,
Hi,
Claude.
And I think, le spectacle.
Lenny. Lenny.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh la la.
Lenny.
T-shirted historian.
Hey, T-shirt.
Hey, honey. Good. Thank you. Yes, I see. That is awesome.
Oh, I like the next one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chris, you read it.
Jester, with your new powers, you also have the responsibility to clip each and every hold on, it skipped on me.
Out
Each
of
and
you got it?
every out of context moment that Arwena presents.
Scroll time.
Well,
Exactly. Oh, hey, and we got Captain Phantom Nerd. Good to see you
hey,
tonight.
Captain Phantom Nerd.
And Decepticon's Cave of Comics and Toys. Hail all.
Hello,
Well, hail to
Decepticon.
you too. And I think I got everyone. Yes,
I
I do.
believe you did. Yes.
Just double checking, making sure. Yeah, tonight, y'all, I did something I don't think I've ever done before. So if I have, if anyone's out there's like, no, you did it this one time, I apologize. I actually posted the link in all my group chats. I've never done it before, but I'm like, you know what? Tonight, damn it, I'm gonna do it. So here we are. And I'm so glad y'all are here tonight with us.
Yes.
Okay. JK Rowling Controversy. With Hogwarts Legacy out, I've seen a lot of people in different chats kind of be like, well, what is this? What happened? Why is this a controversy? What did she say to piss off an entire group of people to the point where they're calling for even the game to be canceled?
Yeah.
A game that she is probably making royalties on and she's aware of, but really she did not, to my understanding, did not have a whole lot of input in the game. Hey, Adega.
Hey, Adega.
So let's start at the very beginning and let me find it because I've got like a million tabs open here, y'all. So just bear with me. And
She really does, y'all. She really does.
I do. I told her, Arlena, I was like, I've got like 9 or 10 tabs open. She's like, damn. Okay, let me share this, bring this up. Okay. All right. This here, if y'all, I don't know if y'all, I had to make it big. This woman right here. Okay. This is
That's
the woman.
not a woman. That's a man, baby. Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry.
It is a woman, trust me, that this woman defended. Okay. And this is what happened. All right. It says, and this little dumb thing keeps wanting to
Yeah, I know.
just a pain. All right, I'll read it. The children's book author is, and this was, this was in 2019, December
Mhm.
19th, 2019.
So that's
Okay.
how long this has been going on, y'all.
Yeah. This
Too
isn't
long.
something that she just popped off on Twitter one day, last year. This shit has been going on since 2019. So here we go.
Crazy.
Children's book author has come out in defense of a British woman who was fired from her job for tweeting, quote, "Men cannot change into women," end quote, a view many are calling transphobic. As a result, furious fans are labeling her, Rowling, a TERF, meaning trans-exclusive radical feminist. So this is laying the groundwork here.
I'm sorry.
Right away, they went, because her friend who was fired from her job for tweeting "men cannot change into women," now J.K. Rowling is a TERF, according to the timeline.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear turf, I think football.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah. Rowling, 54, has defended Maya. I don't know how to say her last name. I think it's Forstater. I'm not sure. 45, who is accused of using, quote, offensive and exclusionary, end quote, rhetoric on Twitter, saying she believed there are only two biological sexes. Now, what does this woman do?
Scientifically speaking,
there are two biological sexes. We are taught that all throughout school, biology. You've got the innie and the outie. They come together, make babies. That's how babies are born. Biology. Okay. Forstater, whatever, was a tax research fellow at the Center for Global Development, the CGD, a lobby group based in London and Washington that campaigns for efforts to reduce poverty. It's not like it's anything important. It's poverty, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay? She works at a lobby group that studies and campaigns for efforts to reduce poverty, which is one of the world's most leading epidemics. Poverty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work from the way it sounds.
Right. It's not like she studied, feminist basket weaving in college and basket weaves on the side. Reduces poverty. She disputes the claims made against her, citing her right to a, quote, gender critical, quote, view. She says the opinion is protected under the 2010 Equality Act of Parliament. Rowling, who's become a beloved, if not controversial, now figure over the years, agreed with Forstater. Okay.
Well, but she's been controversial for a while.
She's always been on the left.
Yeah.
Always been on with Dumbledore being gay, and then when Hermione was recast as a black woman in the stage version of The Cursed Child, she kind of backtracked and said, well, she never specifically stated Hermione was white. So her, I don't want to say her values, I want to say her ideology kind of ebbs and flows within the left. This is no secret. She's always been on the left and very leftist at times in some of her views. Okay. It is not like she is this center or far right character, or not character, but person that has written these books and all of a sudden starts changing. Okay. That is where it all started. She defended her friend because she got fired for stating basically biology is real. There are two sexes. Now, that sent everyone into a tizzy because the trans activists and the LGBT activists, and let me make this clear. There is a distinction, a very strong distinction between your activism and your person who is just trying to live their life and mind their own damn business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for, trans people, LGBT plus, whatever camp you consider yourself in, if you're like just trying to live your life, you just want to live your best life and you want to just go about your business, this is not for you. This is not attacking you. This is bringing to light the trans activists that have attacked Rowling and made her into the Voldemort of trans and LGBT people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's look at.
Well,
we're
not
gonna,
even.
we're gonna go ahead. Go ahead.
Not
I'm
even LGB people, LGBTQ people, we'll say, because I know quite a few that want nothing to do with the T.
This is true. This is true. They do not feel that someone who is transgender, particularly if they once they transition, if they consider themselves a straight person, like a lot of like if a transgender woman who was born a man and is transitioned into a woman likes men living as a woman, they will consider themselves straight.
Mm-hmm.
Some will not. Some, like I have a trans nephew who was straight as a woman, transitioned into a man, and now is living as a gay man. So in that sense, I could see him being interested in the LGBT. However, transitioning has nothing to do with same-sex attraction.
No.
Has nothing to do with who you're attracted to. Whether you're, into men, into women, whether you're into both, whether you're, pansexual, whatever your sexuality is.
I don't even know what that is.
I think pansexual is one who, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I may have to Google this, but I believe it's one who does not care if you are cis or trans, and I'm only using the term cis because it's relevant to the conversation. I hate that word, just let it be known. But whether you're trans or cis, male or female, gay, straight, they don't care. They'll throw down with anyone. They're cool with that. I think that's pansexual.
Okay. I always thought it meant they were attracted to frying pans.
I'm sure. That flag, that LGBT flag is getting so big now and so crowded with colors and emblems and motifs. I'm sure they'll stick that in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Sex with inanimate objects. That's going to go on there. That's going to be a sticker. They could just stick it in the top right-hand corner and say, okay, that's our space, y'all. Y'all can have, because they've got people of color in the flag, which I don't understand. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that's weird.
There and there. Okay, T-shirted historian says, okay, he's pansexual. He doesn't care what's in your pants. If I like you, I like. Yeah, that's exactly. It doesn't matter. They're fine with it. If they're attracted to you, they're attracted to you. So good. I'm glad I got it right. Thank you, T-shirt, for confirming that.
Yes. Thank you, Atika.
I did not want to get it wrong. All right, so let me share this with y'all. We're going to go over some of the things she actually has said. Okay, here we go. We're going to start here. And these are things that they are bugging out about. These are things that they say she dug her hole with and gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's when she became Voldemort of trans people. All right. She says, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth.
I couldn't agree with that statement more.
Where the hell is the hate for trans people in this statement? Where's the hate? I really want to know, where is the hate?
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I know and love trans people. She says it right there. Right there.
But she's exactly right.
She is right.
Erasing the concept of sex removes the ability to have meaningful lives. And not only that, but if you start to think about it, and y'all, I think I've said this before, correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't recall any women transitioning to men and going into men's sports. However, we have seen quite a few men transition into women to go to women's sports, or not even transition, say that they are.
Right.
say
Right.
that they are. And it's erasing women's sports, and it's taking away the ability for women, young girls, to get scholarships, to go to the Olympics, to do things that, when we were all young,
Hmm.
I mean, I remember watching, um, what the hell's the girl's name? The freaking gymnast in the Olympics, Mary Lou Retton,
Yes. Okay.
and
Mary Lou
and
Retton.
and wanting to be a damn gymnast in the Olympics because I watched her win the gold.
Right.
You know, if you continue to allow this, you're taking that dream away from little girls.
What's interesting is that there are some trans men in trans sports, but they are like the bottom of the pack.
Hmm.
They're not stealing medals out from under the men. They're not making headlines. They're not going into rings and breaking their opponent's skull. They're
Yeah,
not saying, okay, I'm going to transition and then in a month later go and do a weightlifting competition, a man who has developed as a man, then transitioning, and a month or two later going in and sweeping the board and all the medals from the women. It's not
yeah,
happening in the men's sports because biology.
yeah.
This cannot be disputed. Whether you take a position for it or against it, fine, that's your position. But that is a fact that cannot be disputed.
No, it is. Women and men are different. Women
Right,
are naturally weaker than men because men are meant to be protectors.
right. It is biology is real. And let's see, what else does she say? Hang on, let me find it. It's all here we go. Okay. She says, and this is all one train of thought. This is her response to her tweet, her response to her tweet, response to her tweet. The idea that women like me who've been empathetic to trans people for decades, and I believe it,
Hmm.
for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e., to male violence, no disputing that, hate trans people because they think sex is real and has lived consequences is a nonsense. So, what she's saying is here's someone like me who has supported trans people for decades. I recognize, particularly trans women, are vulnerable in the same way as a lot of biological women to male violence. The idea that someone like me who truly believes that and who has lived that and who has spoken up for them to all of a sudden, I hate them because I think sex is real and that's, biological sex has lived consequences is nonsense. And I could not agree with her more.
Yeah, it is.
To all of a
Hmm.
sudden flip on, and this spun people out. This particular
Hmm.
tweet spun people out because again, she stated sex is real. Biology is real. If it's not
Hmm.
real, then what the hell are you transitioning for?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Why did my
But-
nephew spend money to transition his body and take hormones and is growing facial hair, voice deepening, had his breasts removed, the whole bit, and he has documented this online. So I'm not spilling any tea. I am not saying anything that was done privately. He has documented this. Why the hell did he even bother to transition
yeah.
to present and live as a man? And he completely passes. You would not know he was born a biological female. Why even bother then if
Hmm.
sex is not real?
And Six wants to know, how old is your nephew?
Oh, he is in his mid 30s. He did not transition until his early 30s.
Hmm.
So he was an adult. By that point, your brain's fully functioning, your brain's fully developed. He weighed the pros and cons, and that was his decision and his choice. And as an adult, that you
Hmm.
just you wish him well. And we did not find out he was trans until a year into his transition.
Hmm. I
So
hate
he
Jeffrey
was
Boyce.
he was well on his way, and it was like, okay, well, if that's
Hmm.
really what you want, educate yourself, be aware of it, and good luck with it. And I genuinely mean that. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
And he seems to be thriving, so it's working for him. But again, he was a full adult before he made that decision. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Then she says, oh, the trans hate coming from this tweet. She says, I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. Boom. Right there. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so.
It's not. I mean, before we started streaming, I was telling Arwyn, all this talk about all this. I saw a video, someone, I think it might have been Snowdup that posted it. I don't remember who it was. Somebody posted it, and it was of this trans crying because he couldn't get pregnant. Well, no, you can't get pregnant. You're a man transitioning to a woman.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're all of a sudden going to have all the nooks and crannies. And we were talking about
Hey, Snow.
going to get a damn pap smear. Ain't none of y'all going to get no damn pap smear.
Hey, Joker Boys. Hey, Mr. J.
I'm
Good
sorry.
To see you. Right.
It ain't happening.
And why
Even
isn't
if
it
you
happening?
get all their surgery done, you still have no need to get a pap smear, because the reason you get a pap is to make sure you don't have cervical cancer. Guess what you're never going to have because you're a man? Cervical cancer.
You were born a biological man. And look, y'all, I am not saying that people don't have the right to live the way that they want to live. Okay? I really am not. If you genuinely believe you are trans and you have, it's body dysmorphia?
I don't know what the hell it is. Don't
anyway,
ask me.
I want to be accurate. I want to be accurate. If you have that
Well, yeah,
condition,
if first of all, you should be going to therapy to make
I
sure
agree.
there's not another underlying issue making you feel this way.
Right.
Because majority of the time they find, and this is statistically provable. You can go and look up all the statistics. They are all out there. There is stuff to back all of this up. If you go to therapy 9 times out of 10, no exaggeration, 9 times out of 10, they find that there is an underlying issue why this individual is feeling this way. They discuss that issue in long therapy sessions, and ends up they aren't actually trans. They don't want to be the opposite sex. They had this traumatic thing happen to them, and it's changed their whole perspective and way of thinking, and it has just screwed it so much that they think this is how they want to go. But when they get to the heart of what the actual issue is and things come to light, perspectives change.
Yeah.
And their minds change, and they say, oh, this actually isn't what I wanted.
Yeah. And it is up to the individual and their therapist to come, to come to that conclusion. And the therapist needs to help them. But the point is, because there is such a thing as biological sex, that is why the person who feels they are trans, that is why they are going to get help in the first place. And to deny that, to look at J.K. Rowling and say, oh, you are an enemy of trans people because you say there's biological sex, what in reality that is doing is that is denying every genuine trans person's experience out there. By saying there's no such thing as biology, by saying there's no such thing as male and female, you are denying their experience, and you are denying the experience of women, and you are denying the experience of men. Can we not forget men, please? Men are a gender.
Yeah.
They exist too. We always talk about, stepping on the rights of women. What about stepping on the rights of men?
Yeah.
And the Sentinel says, make sure it's a psychiatrist, not just a social worker or a psychologist. Very good point. You
Mm-hmm.
need someone with both the medical knowledge to prescribe the appropriate drugs and the psychological side to help the kids. Yeah, I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
And Jester says it is the person seeing, believing their body is thinner, fatter than it actually is, closer to anorexia, bulimia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Let's pull up the next thing she said that spun everybody out. And this has been snowballing since she defended
Since
that woman.
2019. This is ridiculous.
2019. Let's see what the hell else she said. Okay. She says, quote, people who menstruate. I'm sure there used to be a word for these people. Someone help me out. Wombin, Wipund, Wumud, opinion. Creating a more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate. This is an article titled just that.
God.
Creating a more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate. Because apparently, when you are a trans man and you were born, excuse me, into the biological body of a woman, guess what? You have a uterus.
Yeah.
Unless there is some medical condition to why you cannot menstruate, you're going to bleed once a month. Why is a trans man going to bleed once a month? Because he was born a biological woman. Stating that does not invalidate the fact that he's a trans man.
Nope.
If anything, it supports the reality that he is a trans man. That is why they use the term trans, to make that distinction. How in the hell is her pointing that out, that biological women menstruate? How is that suffocating and eradicating trans people?
It's not.
Am I missing something?
Oh my God, Daryl.
Oh my God. Thank you, Quincy.
Yes, we said snowball. Snowball.
All right, but we're not done yet, y'all. We're not. All of her responses were telling you why she made them. We're trying to give you in context of what she wasn't just throwing tweets up. Just, here's a tweet. Bleh. She was responding to things that she saw, things that were said.
Yes. So, in other words, what Arwyn is saying is, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. All right. McConnell warned, there are really serious concerns about safe spaces for women, especially those facing and dealing with the trauma of abuse, violence, and rape. This was in response to the SNP trans reforms. This was in Scotland. Trans reforms risk attracting sex offenders to Scotland, says Jack McConnell, blah, blah, blah. Gender recognition reforms expected to be passed in Scotland this coming week could prove a magnet for predatory sex offenders from other parts of the country. And I looked up the gender reform, and this is what it is. Let me find it. Share screen. Scotland's gender recognition reform. I don't know. Can y'all see that? Okay. It says the act established the gender recognition panel, who have the authority to issue a gender recognition certificate. Issue of a full certificate provides legal recognition of the transsexual person's acquired gender. And what is the requirement to get this certificate?
Saying that you're something.
Will reduce a time period that applicants are required to live their acquired gender from 2 years to 3 months.
Oh my God.
With an additional 3-month reflection period. Applicants will no longer be required to provide a medical diagnosis or medical evidence to support their application.
That is ridiculous. So, in other words, all they have to do is say, I just got out of prison for raping several women. But I think today I feel like I'm going to be a woman. and I'm just going to go and fill out this application and say that I've been feeling this way and doing this for 3 months, and they're just going to believe what I say because I said it.
Yep.
Then I can go about my way and rape as many women as I want to. Now,
Yep.
of course, this is an extreme example, y'all. We're
Right.
not saying everybody's going to do this, but it's that ridiculous. It is that damn ridiculous.
Yep. That is self ID. That means you do not have to medically transition. You don't have to take hormones. You don't have to look the gender that you're presenting. You don't have to do any of that. You can be beardy in a flannel and, looking all kinds of dude, self ID under this act, live that way for 3 months to 2 years or however long they end up deciding, get a legal certificate that says you are female. Nobody can say you're not. You can go into women's changing room. You can go into women's bathroom. You can go into rape shelters and no one can say shit. That is what her response, that tweet was in response to. Now, let me ask you, how many of us think that that's a good idea, Scotland? Nothing she said in that response to that insane ass bill or whatever the hell they call it, draft. I don't know. I just pulled it up, but y'all know what I'm saying. Nothing she said says I'm against trans people.
They don't, Daryl. That's the thing.
They don't have to prove it.
Say it.
They just have to say, yep, I've lived, as a woman for, this amount. They don't need medical or they don't need a diagnosis and they don't need any evidence, medical evidence.
Nope.
That is the key. Medical evidence, which means you do not have to look the sex that you are claiming to be. And yes, Padawan, be beardy. I did just describe Wendy. Wendy walking into women's faces. Yes, this was coming from Scotland.
Yep, that was.
And her tweet was in response to that. In context, we're giving it to y'all in context tonight. Okay. All right. We got
and in order, more. I believe, and in order.
I'm trying to do it in order. All my tabs are all over. So if some of these tweets are out of order, I apologize, but they are from 2019 on, so they are recent. They are recent. Okay. Let me see. I think there was one more. Yes. Arlena, this one is gonna fucking blow your mind.
Is this one really gonna trigger me?
Yeah, this is gonna trigger you. All right. She says, war is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. The penis individual who raped you is a woman. And this was in response to police. And I don't know where in the UK. I tried to pull up this article. It would not let me. I had to subscribe to their paper before it would let me read the whole thing. So I don't know where in the UK this happened. Police have been criticized for saying they will record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman. So if you say you identify as a woman and you go rape someone, they are going to classify you as a woman rapist. If you got an Audi.
This is just ridiculous.
I'm
sorry, y'all. I can't help but laugh.
I was like, oh my God, Arlena's a Marine. She's to protect and serve. She's going to lose her shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is,
how does that? Okay, this is her. Yeah, war is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Or as we would say, fucking clown world.
That's exactly what it is.
This has got nothing to do with devaluing trans people.
You go to court. Can you identify the individual that raped you? Well, it's him there on the stand. I'm sorry. There is no him on the stand. That's a her. Oh, well, I guess it was her?
Or, yeah, how
does that work?
Certificate, and they'd say, I'm a woman, you misgendered me. And the court would turn to the victim and say, I'm sorry, that's £1,000 for misgendering.
Well, and not only that, you weren't really raped because that's a woman. And, how could that possibly happen? So you're imagining it. So all of a sudden it went from believe all women to women are are all liars to I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't for 1 minute think anyone should believe all women. I think that's a crock of shit. But
It breaks my
I
heart.
mean, how do you go from one extreme to the other? I don't understand this shit. My mind is boggled.
Yeah, I
Ah!
know. When I was going down this rabbit trail, I was just like, oh my God, it's gonna drive me to drink. Because again, keep in mind, y'all, let's keep this okay. The whole thing started with one woman saying biology is real and losing her job, and J.K. Rowling saying, no, I'm sorry, biology is real.
Yeah, it is. And
All
I
of
mean,
this shit came from that.
it makes me wonder what the hell are they teaching in school now with biology if we have this crazy crap.
Right.
What is biology teaching now?
Biology
I
has
don't
become
know.
irrelevant. It's become
Human
irrelevant.
human anatomy and physiology. How can you even learn A and P?
Mm-hmm. There is
It
no more birds
doesn't
and bees, y'all.
make
There's
sense.
birds and foxes and fish and rocks and
Oh my.
trees and this book. This book I want to identify as this journal, y'all. Right here. There is none of that anymore. But what the hell again does her tweets in response to these insane things have to do with hating and devaluing a trans person?
Not a damn thing. Nothing that I have seen
Nothing that I've seen
has
yet
said
either.
any of that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And we have to keep it in context because that's what they are saying. Her tweets are harmful to the trans community. They are hateful and harmful, and she's fucking Voldemort to the trans community because of the shit she tweeted. Well, we're showing you what she tweeted. We're showing it right here.
Now, y'all answer this. Y'all's honest opinion. Do any of you see any hatred in anything that she has said, and anything that is not that doesn't make sense? It all makes sense to me. I don't know. Just saying.
And look, if anybody out there, hey DJ Ronnie and hey Gun Bunny,
Hey y'all.
if anybody out there and Arlena and I want to make it very plain, if y'all disagree with us or you
Please.
have your own opinion, please
Say
put it
so.
in the chat. It's okay.
We're not here to judge anyone.
We're just here to see, okay, here's the accusations put at her door. Does the punishment fit the crime? So to speak. Yeah, she is killing trans people by tweeting. That is what they are claiming.
Exactly.
She is a scourge.
When their rate of offing themselves is already in the high 40 percentile.
Right.
Come on now.
Now, okay. Let's bring this full circle. What in the hell does this have to do with the game Hogwarts Legacy that has just been released?
Not a damn thing. It's because Hogwarts and Harry Potter are her creations, and people are attributing all of this back to her.
She is getting royalties.
She's
as
getting
we
royalties
understand.
from it, which is right. She should, but still, and yeah, Adega. And that's the thing too, and that reminded me as well. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Blood pressure, y'all. Just got to go get it checked, make sure I'm still good.
Mm-hmm.
But on the they always send me an email, hey, pre-register for your appointment so you don't have to do it there. And I'm filling it out and I'm answering the questions, and then from my damn doctor's office, the question on there, it says well, not a question, but it says gender assigned at birth, gender identified as.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
Gender assigned, which means it can be changed, y'all. Listen to the language.
And that's exactly what it said. And I'm like, I'm a fucking female. I was born with a twat. I'm going to die with a twat. Come on now. Jeez.
Arlena, if you die, even if you had surgery, all they have to do is look at your skeletal structure. the size of the
That's
hip
it.
bones,
Mhm.
the shoulder bones, the
Yep.
wrists, the legs, everything, the chest cavity.
Yep.
They can tell what sex you were assigned at birth
Oh, well, can you
by
okay,
your
I'm
skeleton.
sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all know how much of a history buff I am and a history major. That's what my degree
Mhm.
is in. But can y'all imagine 500 years from now digging up bones like they're doing now from the Tudor era and previous and William the Conqueror era and all that stuff, digging
Mhm.
up bones from this era and identifying it as a female bone structure or a male bone structure, and then someone coming up and saying, "Oh no, it appears that that person died and that individual passed away in 2023, so it could actually be a man's skeletal remains." I mean, it doesn't make any sense. When
No,
they
it
dig up our bones in 500 years, they're not going to look at it and say, "Hmm, that's a female structure, but maybe they thought they were a male, so we're not sure." No, they're gonna look at the damn bones and they're gonna say, "Hmm, female, male."
right.
There's not gonna be anything else. It is. You cannot argue that point.
You can't.
You
Even if
can't.
someone has had facial reconstruction surgery, they're still going to be able to tell where the bone was shaved down and where it was natural.
Hmm.
And I want to address DJ Ronnie here. DJ Ronnie. Oh my God. Yeah, DJ Ronnie G. DJ Ronnie G. Sorry, my brain is bleh. All right. To play devil's advocate, I would say that Rowling could have been more sensitive in her phrasing, but those who got offended didn't even try to have a meaningful dialogue to express that. And you know what? I'll go one further.
Yeah.
I don't even think they even researched it out themselves. I think they have
No.
no idea that these responses, that these tweets were in response to something going on in her country.
Hmm.
I don't even think that they've researched it themselves.
No. No.
Which
They haven't.
brings us
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at this. Yes, I know. Good. I love to be a thorn in someone's side.
cemeteries promote.
Cemeteries promote misgendering.
Oh shit! Could you
Ah,
imagine the toe tags?
no,
Identifies as
my.
a female. Identifies as. I'm sorry. Anyway,
I,
um, okay. What does this have to do with Hogwarts Legacy? Since it's just a game, since she didn't really have much, any involvement in it, from what I understand, very, very
yeah.
limited. You'd think, okay, it's Harry Potter. It's got nothing to do with her. They could be mad at her. Has nothing to do with the game. Here we go. This is a recent from this week, February 6th. Can y'all see that? Okay. Okay, good. This is from Games Hub.
Never heard of them. Sounds like Pornhub.
It kind of does. It kind of does, but it's all about games, y'all. Hogwarts Legacy does not deserve to be reviewed on its own merit. This is by Percy Ranson. Okay, Percy, tell us your thoughts, Queen. Whether or not we want to admit it, it is impossible to talk positively about Hogwarts Legacy without harming a community of human
Oh my
beings.
god. That mhm. That's just like them going after Dave Chappelle
Mm-hmm.
for jokes, y'all. They're freaking jokes. He's a comedian. Laugh, 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 laugh. When he talks about white people, I don't get offended. I laugh because 9 times out of 10, the shit's funny and it's probably true.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And this is what it says. I want to make it clear to you right now that as this person is a transgender individual.
Yeah.
I have no interest in that kind of fairness or objectivity when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy. And it's saying
Wow.
here that to judge a creation purely on its own merits is often lauded as a fair and positive method of review. Why should a bad game be praised just because it comes from a normally brilliant creator? Why should a good one be vilified just because the mind that inspired it is ignorant and hateful? That is the way they see J.K. Rowling now because of the tweets that y'all saw. She has gone from being someone who they beloved, gay Dumbledore, Black Hermione, representation, to now being ignorant and hateful.
Mm.
And they basically, y'all can read the article yourself at, like I said, Games Hub. It's a February 6th. It's very long. It goes on
Mhm.
about how transphobic she is, how horrible she is, how the
And they didn't even do
game,
any research.
no, no, how the game, you shouldn't play it. If you play it, you are supporting her. And, that makes you transphobic. It makes you supporting basically Hitler of trans people.
Yeah. And if I can real quick remark on what Chris has said here.
Mhm.
Yes, I actually watched a documentary about them finding not just one, but several um, warriors that were buried with a bunch of weapons and things that when Vikings did their burials, they would put them in the longboats and they would do all kinds of things for the more upper echelon.
Uh-huh.
And they have found several and ended up identifying them as women. But and there's no need to think that they were trans because we know historically it's a historical fact that there were women Vikings
Mhm.
that fought alongside the men. That
Mhm.
is a fact. So there's no reason to think that they were trans. But, of course, that's what they want to say.
Which is interesting to me is that 20 years ago they would have found those female Viking skeletons, and that those women would have been lauded as warriors equal to the men, stunning and brave. Let's
Yeah,
herald them as empowered women. Now they have to be trans to
yeah.
be considered equal to the men and to be stunning and brave and to be herald. Is that
No,
where we've come in our ideology now? That they
yeah,
can't just be plain boring old women?
yeah. I like to think, yeah, there were women. They were women, and they were badass women. Much like I like to think of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna toot my own horn. Yeah, I think I'm a badass woman. And when I die, hopefully, well, I'm gonna be cremated, so never mind. I was gonna say, hopefully,
Right.
in my grave, they'll find um AR-15, maybe a couple of pistols, and they'll be like, "Oh, this was a badass chick."
Right.
That's what I would want them to think. I wouldn't want them to think, "Oh, this was a woman, but maybe it was a man." No, I'm all
Right.
woman, strictly dickly, and everything about a woman that's me. I'm just not very girly and feminine
That's okay. I mean,
in
that's
a lot of
okay.
ways, but
You're
I
all
can
woman, though. You're
I
all
am
woman.
all 100% woman. So, and that is such a insult to those women of any period of time to say that they wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
it
Now,
is.
yeah, you have women during the Revolutionary War and the Civil War and different wars throughout time that dressed as men because they wanted so much to be involved with the war effort
Right.
that they dressed as just like in what the hell is that, Mulan,
Mm-hmm.
because they wanted to be involved in the war effort.
Yes.
It wasn't because they thought they were men. It was because they wanted to do what they felt was right for their country.
Right.
And it wasn't just in the US that this happened. This was all over the world. In many cultures this occurred.
Right.
Women all did that a lot because they wanted to be involved, not because they were trans.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to share with y'all two more things that, again, it separates the trans people from the trans activism.
Mm,
Okay. There is a difference. And I will die on that hill. There are trans people that just want to fucking live their life, leave them alone.
yeah.
If they're adults, they want to do their thing. I have honestly, I have no problem with that. I will support that. It's where the activism that comes in that tells you you have to do this, you have to do that, and the world falls to shit. This is
Mhm,
this is from Twitter, y'all.
mm.
This is Veronica, and yeah, I'm using her real name. They can come after me. I really don't I don't give two hoots.
Hey, it's out there on
Veronica
water.
Nicotine or Nicotine, whatever, Ripley. A statement on Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm sharing this with y'all because this is the activist viewpoint. This is how they all feel and why they're coming after Hogwarts Legacy. On Saturday, February 4th, I was made aware of the.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Is
You
this a
can't see it?
trans person?
I have no idea.
Because I was
I'm-
going to say you should probably read it appropriately.
I-
On Saturday,
Stop.
February 4th, I was made aware. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe I have no clue.
Sorry.
God, we need Wendy in here to read it. Okay, as we were saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
On Saturday, February 4th, I was made aware of the extensive and blatant ad campaign. Okay. Blatant ad campaign for Hogwarts Legacy on Twitch. There was an ad campaign, y'all, utilizing and interrupting streams to promote this offensive product.
Oh my God.
Hogwarts Legacy is a product ultimately funding J.K. Rowling, whose well-documented stance on trans people remains firmly rooted in a callous disregard for human life.
Oh my God.
Therefore, I will not be streaming to Twitch while this ad campaign remains active. I call on every streamer to join me in taking a stance against bigotry, hatred, and those who support such views. I call on Twitch to end this harmful relationship with Hogwarts Legacy and continue to take steps forward, providing a safe place for the trans community. Thank you.
So let's just not even pay attention to the vast majority of people because y'all, I don't know the statistics on this accurately, but I do know that trans actually only make up less than 2% of the population. So why are we going to bow down to less than 2% of the population?
The point is, do any of these fuckers even read what she wrote?
No. No, they just go with what they think is said.
And now an ad campaign, just an ad campaign saying, we're going to buy Hogwarts Legacy. It looks like a great game. Let's do it. An ad campaign is now considered bigoted and transphobic, and you want to kill all trans people. That is what we are talking about. They do not read. They do not do their research. They see something, they jump on a bandwagon, and it's like anyone who falls outside of their circle of right, you've got to be an istinophobe, and you must hate this group of people, and you want to harm these group of people, and you want to see them dead. We cannot have a conversation with this kind of ideology. We have got to have a conversation.
And that's why y'all already know I'm a huge Steven Crowder fan. But what started me watching him was his Change My Mind. Because he sits down with people that have an opposite opinion.
Yes.
And they discuss it. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have discussions on this, not attack each other, not say, oh, cancel.
Yeah.
Let's discuss it. Let's have a discussion. You look things from my point of view. I'll look at things from your point of view. We'll meet in the middle or we won't.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And that kind of speech that she just used, that shuts down any conversation anybody can have. And guess what? Yeah. It's going to take, again, I don't like this term, but for the sake of the conversation, I am going to use it. It's going to take cis and trans people to come together to have a damn conversation, because nothing is going to get solved if it doesn't. There's going to be no common ground. It's just going to be the activists are going to push and push and push and push and push until conversation is dead. And nothing is resolved. How to resolve, we'll use trans women in sports. How to resolve that problem? I don't know. Let's come together and discuss it. Let's try and find a happy medium to make everybody happy. We can't even do that.
And not only that, but with that, and hey, Ironcaster as well.
Hey, Ironcaster.
But with that as well, Um, and I don't want to say, okay, I'm just going to say,
Go
you all
ahead.
already
Just
know me.
go
I don't
ahead.
give a shit.
Say it.
This is a woman's fight. If we have trans coming in and taking over women's sports, yeah, it's good that men are in on the fight too. And I'm so happy that men are trying to speak out and
Hmm.
support this. But women, it's up to us. It's up to us to talk and speak out against this occurrence. Men
We
aren't
have
going to
to
be able
try.
to do it on their own.
No.
We have to include our voices. And if we don't agree with it, we need to step up. Step
Right.
up, women. Step up.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely do. As women, we definitely would do. We definitely do. And the reason why I say men join in on that conversation, because guess what? You know, your fathers, your brothers, your sons,
Hmm.
your lawmakers, you
Yeah.
know, men and women are all in positions to change law, to affect law. We all need to be able to sit down and have this discussion and say, you know what? A woman over there who's having a hissy fit on Twitch and who's saying, this is evil and this is wrong. And can we talk about this in a rational, human way? Have you even looked at her tweets, or are you just buying somebody else's word down the line?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard she was a transphobe, so it must be true because I heard it from Betty down the street, who
Hmm.
heard it from Frank at Fred's Bank.
Who heard it from some celebrity on TV.
Right. Oh my God, celebrities can't be wrong, can they? They all must do their research. No. One more tidbit for y'all tonight. This is the kind of effect it's had on this damn game that's just been released. The site has been taken down. I did tweet this out when I tweeted this out asking if this shit was real or if this was a joke. The site was up. Let me find it. I don't know if y'all can. Oh, wait, hang on, share. I don't know if y'all can read that, but the site
Nope.
is have they streamed that wizardgame.com. This service has been suspended by its owner.
Hmm.
What that was is that was an actual site to see if anybody on Twitch was streaming that wizard game. They didn't even say Hogwarts Legacy. That wizard game. And you can type in the name of a Twitch streamer and it logged whether that Twitch streamer had streamed that wizard game.
Wow.
What the hell, y'all? This all stemmed from 2019, J.K. Rowling defending her friend who got fired from her job for stating biology is real.
Hmm.
That's the controversy. That's why people hate this game so much. It's
And it's a
because of
good
all
game.
this.
I've enjoyed watching Mary and Steven play it.
Oh, it's an
It's been
incredible game.
so much fun. I actually want to get the game.
Shit, I'm trying to save money for a damn trip in October, and I even pre-ordered the game. Okay? That's what I'm
Yep.
saying, y'all. Because I love Harry Potter. I don't agree with
Mhm.
everything J.K. Rowling stands for. Shit. But the whole Hermione thing with the cursed child just spun me out because I'm like, come on. You approved of the casting for the movies. And now you're backtracking saying, well, I never really said she was white. What?
And the art on the books.
And yes. So
You approved the
she
art on the
is
books.
she is really loosey goosey about where her loyalties go and wanting to be woke. But I will stand behind her because everything that I have read on her tweets does not support what these batshit crazy people and not and this most of these people that are going for her aren't even trans, y'all.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is what the whole controversy is about. There may be more out there that she has said. These are the things that I found. These are the things that I found specifically that was causing people to spin out of control and call her evil and hateful and bigoted and all this mess. And even, castmates of Harry Potter coming out, not necessarily dissociating themselves from her, but they are apologizing to the LGBT and the trans community, saying, we are your advocates and we stand behind you. And none of that was necessary because she didn't say shit about harming trans people. As a matter of fact, she sounds very much like she loves and supports them just because she supports biology, which is science, which we are told all the time to believe in the science.
Yeah, but only believe in the science when it fits the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Arlena, you want to take that one?
Yeah. Jester is Ravenclaw, and I am Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor. Gryffindor.
Arwen is Gryffindor. Yes.
Now, I clocked Jester as a Ravenclaw, did I not?
Oh my God, it was so funny, y'all. He went and took the test, and before he even took it, Arwen was like, "I bet Jester's a Ravenclaw." And then he took the test, and he was like, yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw." And Arwen was like, "I told you, ha!"
He's too damn zen to be Slytherin. I'm sorry, and I love Slytherins, y'all. Believe me, I have a very soft spot for Slytherins. I do. Gryffindor loving Slytherin here, but I'm like Jester ain't no Slytherin. Is that?
And I guess Ironcaster is Ravenclaw as well.
See?
Look, me and Mary are Hufflepuff, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
I
Hufflepuff,
love every
y'all.
house. I love every house.
It doesn't fit, but apparently it fits more than y'all think. But yes, I'm a Hufflepuff.
It fits who you really are at your core. That's what the house fits. It's not necessarily your outward bravado or your outward kindness or your outward. It fits who you are at your core. Oh, hey, Loki.
Yep. Hey, Loki. Yeah.
This is what happens when a thing gets out of hand and you have to constantly bend the knee and kiss the ass of a vocal minority. That's exactly right.
Yeah. The snake eats its own tail. And that's exactly what's going on with her.
And one thing I always told my children growing up, they're grown now for the most part. And to be fair, or to be honest, I even have one questioning their identity. So when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking out my ass. Okay, this is affecting my family directly. So and it is not always easy going through it for them or for you. Let's call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I just lost my train of thought. See, I just lost. What was I saying? What the hell was I saying? Anyway, but the point is,
I'm sorry you threw me off with that.
I know, right? I'm just like, I'm okay. Yes, please.
Where was I going with that? I don't know.
Anyway, the point is, y'all, we have got to do our research. We have got to come together. And that is one thing, I think this is where I was going, that we're going to do is we're going to do our research. We may not be able to do an extensive, deep dive into every subject, but I knew what I was saying. Yeah. I've always told my kids, thank you. I've always told my kids, look, there's going to come a time when I'm not going to have any influence over you. Your dad's not going to have any influence over you. Yes, I did, Jester. My brain Arwyn myself. You're going to have to stand on your own beliefs. You're going to have your own values. You're going to have your own ideology, whether it's political, social, whatever. We all have them. Even me, who I hate politics. I am very apolitical, but I still have my opinions on things. I said, but the only thing I want you to be sure that you do is I want you to be knowledgeable in why you believe what you believe.
Yeah, just don't go with the crowd because because they say this, then that means I have to say this and I have to believe it too. No, don't go with the group. Do your own research. Make your own opinion. You have a mind of your own. Use it.
Use it. That's what God gave it to you for. My God, you have a brain. Use it. And I don't always get deep in things. I like to laugh. I like to cut up. I like to have fun. But damn it, there are some things that are very important to me. Yeah. And when I look around the world that we live in today, where fucking clown are pronouns and people talking about themselves in the third person and Z and Zer is a thing, and there's supposedly millions of pronouns. And now we're not born male or female. We're just assigned something at birth.
Yeah, That's bullshit.
That's insanity. And that's what
Yep.
gets us into this kind of bullshit where a beloved author who has supported trans and LGBT probably all of her life is
Likely.
now the Voldemort of that community. It is
Yeah.
insane and it needs to stop. And we need to stand up and say no more. No more. So there you go, y'all. That's
But Loki, yeah. But if enough of us think of on our own and we have our own opinions, then eventually that'll change. But we all
yeah.
need to think on our own and make up our own minds and not just go with the flow. Don't just go with the crowd. Damn it. I like to be different. I said yesterday when we park our work trucks in the parking lot, I always park mine the opposite way because I like to be different. It's
Yeah.
just that simple. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't need to be like everybody else. I am my own weird individual self
Mm-hmm.
and I embrace my weirdness and my
Yes.
individuality. I don't need to be a part of a group think. I'm not a mindless person. Even when I
Yeah.
was in the Marine Corps, I wasn't a mindless Marine. I had a mind of my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if I was given an order that was not legit or not good, I questioned it. It
Yeah.
didn't happen often because it's instant obedience to orders. But if it was something that should be questioned, you're damn right. I questioned it.
And y'all, the only advice we can give you is refuse not to be part of the conversation. Say nope.
Yeah.
If they say you can't be part of the conversation because you're not this, say nope. I'm an adult. I have a brain. I have a mind. I can look at things. I can read and I can reason and I can use common sense. I can be part of the conversation, whether you tell me I can or not.
Yeah.
And only then are we going to be able to come together and solve some shit, work some things out together, communities coming together to find solutions instead of divisions that keep them in this camp and us in this camp. I am not about that.
No. We need to go back to looking at each other as human beings.
Yeah,
At
we
the
do.
base of it. At the base of it. That's the we've lost any value that we used to put into a human life somehow has left. We
Hmm.
need to bring that back. Every human life has value and we need to remember that.
Yeah. It don't matter whether, you believe you are the gender you were born into, or you believe you are not and you're transitioning, or you're gay or you're straight or whatever, black, white, it doesn't matter. We are all human beings. We all deserve dignity. And you know what, damn it, we all deserve to be heard. All
Yeah.
of us deserve to be heard because we're all in this little fishbowl together. We've got to
Mhm.
find a way to live together. We got to find a work way together. But damn it, do your research, y'all. Just because
Mhm.
somebody says it on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Go tonight, dig deeper into this story. Don't just take our word for it. We tried to show
Mhm.
you some evidence. Go forth and do research for yourself. Make
Mhm.
your own opinion and don't be afraid to share it.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Don't be afraid of any backlash you might get from either side.
exactly. So, anyway, what do we have coming up, Arlena,
Oh,
later this
well,
week?
apparently tomorrow we have VacTube. I may or may not be there.
And we may or may not
Saturday,
have that tube.
well, Daryl will probably still do something. But
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be there either, but anyway.
yeah.
I just don't. I've had a rough week. I'm tired. I haven't
Yeah.
slept for shit this week, and Mama needs her sleep. you know.
Then Saturday is the normal VacTube stream.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely be there. Sunday is our day off.
Okay.
Monday, nothing on Monday. Tuesday VacTube, Wednesday Sugar and Spice. And we will be doing these every other Thursday. I don't know
Yes.
that we could handle doing them every week
No.
just
No.
because these are going to be, of course, as y'all have seen, we're going to add in humor as well because that's what we
Mhm.
do. But these are all going to be a little more serious. So our Thursday streams are going to be a little more serious.
Yeah. Yeah. And I might be streaming tomorrow. If I do stream, it'll be at 5 o'clock. I say might because I've got some things I've got to juggle around tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But if I do, of course I'll tweet it out and I'll let y'all know.
God,
Loki, we got cookies. Oh, shit, sorry. We got cookies. We got cookies.
Waffles. I guess as long as they're not blue.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. Thank you,
Waffles.
Snowdub and Jolly, for teaching me what blue waffles meant. I appreciate that.
God.
That was a fun stream.
Oh my God.
That was Sugar and Spice, y'all. We had Jolly on there,
yeah.
and it was a blast.
Oh, it was. We got to have Jolly back on again.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to close it out. We're going to play the intro again for the y'all that came in late. Please stick by and watch it, because let me tell you, it is chef's kiss. But y'all just go forth and do well. And, you know, you have a brain, use it, and shit. Yeah. Just do your thing. Yeah.
Be smart. Or as Jester says, be smart.
Be what? Be what? Be smart.
Smart.
Be smart. Oh my God. And remember, y'all, we regret nothing.
Nothing at all. Bye, y'all.
Mm-hmm.